ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। Okay. Who's next?
Shanti ji.
Hariom.
Yeah. श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
ऊर्ध्वमूलमधः शाखम्
ऊर्ध्वमूलमधः शाखम्
अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम्
अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम्
छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि
छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि
यस्तं वेद स वेदवित्
तं वेद स वेदवित्
अधश्चोर्ध्वं प्रसृतास्तस्य शाखाः
अधश्चोर्ध्वं प्रसृतास्तस्य शाखाः
गुणप्रवृद्धा विषयप्रवालाः
गुणप्रवृद्धा विषयप्रवालाः
अधश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि सन्ततानि
च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि
कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके
कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके
न रूपमस्येह ततोपलभ्यते
न रूपमस्येह ततोपलभ्यते
नान्तो न चादिर्न च सम्प्रतिष्ठा
नान्तो न चादिर्न नान्तो न चादिर्न च सम्प्रतिष्ठा
अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम्
अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम्
असङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन छित्त्वा
असङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन चित्वा
ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यम्
ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यम्
यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयः
यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयः
तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये
तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये
यतः प्रवृत्तिः प्रसृता पुराणी
यतः प्रवृत्तिः प्रसृता पुराणी.
Yeah. We need to resume with shloka number 4. Tatah padam. So this chapter, if you recall, it started with a introduction to the tree of samsara, which is to be visualized as an inverted Ashwatha tree. Ficus religiosa, inverted Ashwatha tree. And why inverted? Only to indicate that pay attention to the samsara, because regular tree we are used to seeing. So you invert the tree, then suddenly it attracts your attention. It's supposed to attract your attention. And then how can a tree be inverted like this, roots on top? Yeah, that's how. That just to get that attention. And then tree is visible, but the roots are not visible. Well, roots are not visible even for the regular tree also, roots not visible. But that's the imagery given here. And what is a root? Root is that moolam, urdhva moolam. And it is urdhvam, means there is a root to this samsara, which we have to understand. And which is what is going to come up next. Okay. And because earlier he said, Suvirudha moolam asanga shastrena dridhena chitva. From that value, it's a very important value, asanga shastram. One value, all values is just the primary values, asanga shastram. So if I'm not attracted to anything in particular, then only Shastram says, Krishna is saying, I can be attracted to the moolam. Moolam, in order for me to come to Brahma Vidya, I must have dispatch. Dispatch. So asanga, that was talked about in the third shloka. So now he's going to list a few more things. Tataha. Tataha. Thereafter, once that vairagyam is there, what is the use of this vairagyam? Means it is supposed to benefit me in some manner. It is supposed to take me to the Shastram. Okay. So tataha. And then let's look at the second half of the shloka. Okay. Tameva chadyam purusham prapadya. Prapadya. Prapatti. All of you know what prapatti means. Very big in Vaishnava tradition. Prapatti. That's it. The only means for moksha for them is prapatti. Surrender. Just surrender to Ishvara. Yeah, very important value it is. Surrender. For us, surrender, we don't stop with surrender. Surrender is a means for Brahma Vichara. Okay. And so that's one difference between Advaita Vedanta and Vishishta Advaita. So, aham prapadye, with the attitude that I surrender. I surrender. Okay, surrender means what? Bhakti. Bhakti. Same bhakti that was talked about earlier. And why is bhakti important? It's very obvious. Bhakti, what it does is, it sublimates the ahankara, because this human being is so atrocious. Every animal is okay, but when it comes to human being, ahankara just takes over and makes this person think of himself as something other than not who he is. That is a problem with ahankara. It can go. It has no limit at all. And so this bhakti is useful. Bhakti is useful. At least to Bhagavan, I can go down. Okay, start with something like that. At least, if not for a human being. Okay. And so, aham prapadye. And because the arrogance, arrogance is the biggest barrier to Brahma Vidya. Biggest barrier. I know it all those kinds of ideas. Okay. And so, that's why we start all these classes, everything with prarthana and Parthaya Pratibodhitam. Like that we start. And so here also, Bhagavad Gita, Anusandadhami, Swamiji mentions that. Pam Anusandadhami means I repeatedly think of you. Repeatedly. Because you are the only one who can, that compassion. You have that compassion. And so show me that compassion. So that's what he's talking about, prapadye. But then here, okay, so Purusham prapadye. Purusham prapadye. And that's what is being mentioned here. Purusha. So Purusha, I think by now you know the meaning of the word Purusha, right? One meaning is what? Pure Ushati. Pure Vasati iti Purushaha. The one who is abiding in the body. The one which is there because of which the body survives. That is Purusha. That's Satya. Vastu is called Purusha. Pure Vasati. Pure. In this city, 9-gated city called body. That's one meaning. The other meaning is what? Sarvam Purayati iti Purushaha. That which fills up everything. Means Brahma ityartaha. Previously Atma. Previous definition. Second definition is Brahma itself. Sarvam Purayati. Beautiful. Therefore, that kind of a Purusha, both definitions are good. And through that Purusha I surrender. Aham prapadye. Purusham prapadye. Very beautiful. Now my sights are towards that all-pervasive Ishvara. Previously I was a bhakta. I was a bhakta. I was a devotee of God. Then I needed an Ishta Deva. My favorite deity is there. Yeah. My Krishna is there. Then my Sri Rama is there. He or she is my favorite. And then Ishta Devata. Then from Eka Rupa Bhakti to what? Vishwarupa Bhakti. So Purusha, Vishwarupa. Now I begin to realize, you know what? God has many names and forms. And I know why. Because that is meant for us to develop the bhakti. And then various amshas are there. Ganesha is remover of obstacles. Shiva does this. And Vishnu does that. And Devi Saraswati does this. Gives me knowledge. Like this, I have divided up all the various aspects of the universe. And then what about the main one? Okay, that of which all these are different amshas. That's the one my eyes are after. My sights are after that. And so that kind of Purusha, okay, and that too, Adyam, Tam Adyam Purusham Prapaddi. Tam, that Purusha, and what kind of Purusha? Adyam. Adi Purusha. Adi Purusha. So like Adi Yogi, like in Coimbatore, Adi Yogi is very famous. There is a big queue standing to see Adi Yogi. So like that, Adi Purusha, Tam Adi Purusham, because no Anadi. Anadi. Vastu is Ajo Nitya Shashvatoyam Purana Ajaha. Therefore, if at all you want to talk about a beginning, that beginning is this Purusha only. Adyam. The primordial, they use the word primordial, primeval, like that. They have those words, the most ancient, etc. So that Adi Purusha, Aham Prapadye. And what do I get out of it? And who is this Purusha? Who is this Purusha? Yata. That is the Purusha from whom Prasrita, Prasrita, Utpanna, created. From whom? It was all created. The whole universe is created. Okay, what was created? Pravrittihi. Pravrittihi here refers to this universe. This moving universe, dynamic universe, constantly moving. 1 second later, things are different. Another second later, things are different. You cannot go back to the past. That kind of a world where it is pravritti is constant. And sometimes they say this also. In life, you have to keep on moving it. Even if you're on the right track, if you don't keep moving, you will get run over. Okay, you be careful. You have to keep on running. Okay, that in corporate world they use all this lingo, and so that kind of pravritti. Pravritti means movement, and so movement here refers to the creation, srishti, and so yataf pravrittir bhutanam. Like that, there is a shloka that's going to come. Yena sarvamidam tatam. 18th chapter. Look it up. 18th, 46. Yatah pravritti bhutanam yena sarvam idam tatam means what? Sarva bhutanam yatah pravritti. So from which the entire universe came about. Yena sarvam idam tatam, that by which this universe is sustained. Yeah. What should I do about that? Swakarmana tam abhyarcha. Well, by whatever you do, your duties you do. There is nothing different to do. You do what you are supposed to do in your particular stage of life. Whatever you are supposed to do what you do. That's it. Yeah, swakarmana. Get that. Swakarmana tam abhyarcha. Worshipping that Ishvara by your own actions, your own duties. You don't have to find some new mantra. There's no need for a new mantra. Whatever you have, you use it. That's it. You're in your own language. You don't even have to learn a new language. Okay? Swakarmanatam abhyarcha siddhim vindati manavaha. Like that, it's going to come. So yataha pravrittihi, those words are there here in this shloka also. That Purusha from which this universe has come about. Okay? And further, go ahead and mute yourself. And then Purani. The pravritti is Purani. Purani. Purana. Both Purana hai. That is what he's saying. Adi. So, Adi, very ancient. So here Purani means very ancient. That ancient Adi Purusha, who is the cause of this universe, Aham Prapadye. I have the attitude of surrendering. Means that surrender that I've already developed as a child and as an adult, as a growing adult, I've developed that. And it's much easier to develop that if the person is in India. Elsewhere means that is little bit, there is the ahankara comes up. So in the West, they highlight this individuality and things like that. Nothing wrong with it per se, but it has to be imbued with this. Both have to go hand in hand. Responsibility, ownership, accountability, individuality, all that is needed, and then go along with Sharanagati. Everything has to go together. Then it's beautiful. Where you have to be take charge, I take charge. Where I know I'm not in charge, I must be very clear. Correct? Balance. Life is all about balance. So, and then look at this. So we finished the second half of this shloka. So what is the second half saying? Initially, what it is in the previous shloka, he talked about asanga shastra, vairagya as a value. Now, prapatti as a value, sharanagati, right, as a value to that Adi Purusha. And then what? Third one is going to come here. The first half of the shloka. Tatav padam tat parimargitavyam. Parimargitavyam. Parimarganam. Parimarganam means now Brahma Vichara is being introduced in this by that word Parimarganam. Marga, just in that path, just dwelling in that path, like a cow will graze. If you leave it in a field, it will just keep on going around that. It will not carefully, it will just every blade of grass it takes up. So like that, one has to do. Which way? What kind of path it is? Padam. Tat padam. That padam. Padam, very important word in our Shastra. Padam. Even in cooking, they use the word padam. It's a very technical word. The padam, that word, at least in Tamil Nadu, they use the word. Padam means it has to be pakka. That salt and sweetness and this and that, all the masala, everything. Some people have a very good sense.
Consistency.
I don't know how to translate it. The taste, this is a food, and people are they're all cooks. There are, marriage. If you have to cook a food, you're organizing your daughter's marriage. You are going to pay attention to food, because if you don't pay attention, other people are there who come. They'll pay a lot of attention. Tomorrow morning, they're all going to come. Breakfast onwards, it's going to start. And one little thing, that's it, over. That will become all marriage forgotten. Rasam was not good, and sweet was not that sweet, and this something and all they will say. They gave this instead of that. And they should give, they have all these ideas. People are just full of ideas, I tell you. Ideas, ideas, ideas. Any deviation, that's it. They'll make it a big issue. These days, maybe it's getting a little better. I don't know. You all know better. So, the padam, tat padam, padyate iti padam. That goal. One meaning is goal. Okay? And then another meaning is padyate anena iti padam. That by which pada is also means supporting. Supporting. That by which the whole universe is sustained is called padam. Both meanings applicable for us. Goal applicable for us. Okay. And that by which everything is sustained. Urdhva moolam. Moolam sustains everything. Brahma sustains everything. So, tat padam parimargitavyam. Pari. Suddenly my mind is going somewhere else. Pari. Nahi jnanena sadrisham. Pavitramiha vidyate. No. Tadvidhi pranipatena. Pariprashnena sevaya. Pariprashnen. Fourth chapter, I think we studied. Upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha. There he uses the word pariprashnen. Pari means paritaha. Paritaha means completely. Means without leaving any stone unturned. This is knowing, knowledge. Knowledge has to be crystal clear. The half-baked knowledge is useless. Okay. Swamiji, our Parvidyanandaji says, it is like jumping over a well. I've jumped over the well. 90% I've jumped over, Swamiji. 90% jumped over means what? There's no such thing. You have to either it is 100% or not. So that is parita. They are also pariprashnena. Prashna is questioning. Pariprashna means what? Don't ask for the sake of asking. Some people, these questions when they come, not in this class, you're all different people. I'm talking in general. Some people asking, just they have not asked for a while, so let me also ask something. So something they'll ask, just to be part of the group. Everybody's asking, I'm left out. So that is one type of ask. Other type of asking is, does this guy really know any Sanskrit and all these things? Because I'm studying Sanskrit, so I want to check it out. So I've introduced some Sanskrit word and then ask a question. And then check out, what is this? This Guruji, how much does he know? So checking out Guruji type of questions also are there. Like this, various type of questions come. That is not pariprashna. That is not pariprashna because there is no commitment to know. So that pari. So parimargitavyam. Parita. Be proper. Find a good teacher. Find somebody whom you think will deliver the goods. Then go after that person. Okay. And then, so that kind of a Brahma vichara. Kartavyam. Parimargitavyam. Okay. All right. So, which means what? Parimargana means searching, looking for the answers, seeking. Okay. That kind of meaning this thing has. And so, Parimargitavya, because here the infinite karma is going to be burnt. And so, suppose somebody says, oh, it's all so difficult. It's also difficult, all this technical, so much to understand. No. In retired life, we are supposed to do all this. Now, where does it say it should be easy? Everything you have done is difficult. Bringing up children, is it easy or difficult? Even learning ABCD, was it easy or difficult? You don't know, but ask your parents. Holding, how many people had to hold your hand? It takes 6 months to write A. Parents are breaking their head. And then, come on, write. You have to go to engineering college. I have thought of which college you have to go. This baby is still writing A. Nothing was easy in life. Learning to ride the bicycle, was it easy? No, you had to break your bones. Only then you could learn to ride the bicycle. Nothing was easy. Why should this be easy? Somehow Shastra should be easy, you know. People have an expectation. I don't know. I've been thinking about, oh, it's all so difficult. But he puts it in a very simple way. No, we all want people who. I don't know how you can put things in a very simple way. I claim it is neither difficult nor easy. It's easy and difficult is all. We don't need the judgment. It is what it is. And so, and then an unfashionable statement. You don't need to know any Sanskrit. All this Bhagavad Gita Upanishad, I never studied all these things. Some people say that also. So, we don't need all. We don't need it. So, and then at the same breath, they say India is Vishwa Guru. See, they want India to be Vishwa Guru also. They don't want to give up on anything. And all the Sanskrit, all these things, the technical stuff, chodu. But we want to be Vishwa Guru. No chance, no chance. No chance. Satyameva Jayate. Look at all these. You look at any university. Just look at the top university. You know the taglines they have? Everything is from Bhagavad Gita and Upanishad. Dhiyo yonah prachodayat. They're all stupid or what? Yoga karmasu kaushalam. One university has that. And then this IIT Kharagpur, they have something. I forgot now what it is. So like this, every university you look at it, they all have these words, phrases. What is this? These founders were all, what, they didn't know any Sanskrit, they knew a lot of Sanskrit. So, therefore, parimarkit, I mean, take the time. There's no rush. Difficult, easy and all, bro, let's not judge. Just, our acharyas have led, first follow the acharyas and then we are in good hands. Okay. So, that kind of thing is called parimargatam, correct? And so, Yajnavalkya tells Maitreyi, Shrotavyaha, Mantavyaha, Nididhyasitavyaha. So, I think we know what that is now. Shravanam Kuru. All right. Tatpadam, that goal has to be inquired into. And then what more about that goal? Yasmin gata na nivartanti bhuyaha. Yasmin gataha means those people who do this, what happens to them? Na nivartanti bhuyaha. Because we have a bucket list of things, you know. And then now one more item in the bucket list is you have to study Shastra also. It's not one more thing. Everything in that list is all in the category of Aparavidya, in the category of prayers. This is Paravidya, this is Shreyas. This is not one more thing. This has to become the only thing. It has to become the only thing. That is how. That Vanaprastha for Grastha, the transitioning period is there. Slowly, that seed has to go inside. Then we keep building on it. And so, and of course, these days, sannyasa is not practical. And so, our Swami Paravidyananda ji will say, non-competitive life with quality time spent on the Shastra. That is his definition of sannyas. Competitive. Why? Because competition creates all kinds of problems. Yesterday I was looking at some Gates Foundation and Gates interview, how he wants to eliminate poverty and so many things about it. Suddenly it struck me. Bill Gates is a businessman. He has a killer instinct, right? You have to have a killer instinct to run an organization like this for so many years. The decades is number one, Microsoft. Okay, you got to be competitive. How can a competitive person be compassionate? Because to solve the world's fundamental problems, you have to be compassionate. You have to have a different mindset. You have a non-competitive mindset must be there. It struck me. These two are opposite values. Gates can give the money, but somebody else has to take charge. That's what I was thinking. It just struck me. I mean, you guys want to think about whether that's possible. How can somebody like that? That guy will come here in the name of removing poverty. He will find a way to make money because that's a mindset. I'm not saying it's wrong. That's a mindset. You have to know who should lead what. Right? That's what struck me when I saw his something. Some blurb came up, and Vaishya Buddhi. Vaishya Buddhi will be like that. Will think, what is in it for me? What is in it for me? If you think, then that's it over. That's why I said all this. Non-competitive life with the quality time spent with the Shastra. All right, to the extent we can. Everybody cannot do that. And so we grow slowly. We keep that in mind and then grow into it. All right. Yasmin gata na nivartanti bhuyaha. And so that becomes the commitment, becomes a commitment. And the retired life is supposed to be used for the Shastra. And then, once that is there, with the right Acharya and things like that, then na nivartanti bhuyaha. Again, there is no return. There is no return because of this very idea that we all have, which is punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam is there. So punarapi jananam is not there. Nivartanti. Nivartanam means returning. Nivritti. Coming back. You seem to be going forward, but then we also come back. And that coming back is called nivritti. So that is not there. Bhuyaha. Once again, a return, a repeated return is not there. That's what he's saying. Yasmin gataha. And those people who have done this parimarganam, who have gone into that, yasmin gataha, who have taken that path, who have given up everything and taken that path, they will not return. Like that, Krishna is assuring Arjuna. All right, let's look at the meaning of the shloka. Thereafter, thereafter means I didn't explain it. So that asanga shastrena chitva. So thereafter, after gaining that asangatvam, that vairagyam, thereafter, that is the meaning of thereafter. Ataha, thereafter, comma, that goal should be sought. That goal should be sought. Reaching which? Reaching which? They do not return again.
Not born again also in quotes.
Yeah, that's fine. But nivartanti does not mean born, but interpreted as being born. Yeah. Return again. With, within brackets, with the attitude that, within brackets, with the attitude that I surrender to that Adi Purusha alone. With the attitude that I surrender to that Adi Purusha alone. From whom the ancient process of creation from whom the ancient process of creation within brackets, from whom the ancient process of creation has come forth or has originated, has come forth. From whom the ancient process of creation has come forth. Full stop. So let's read this. Thereafter, that goal should be sought. Yeah, this sentence could do with some reorganization. But anyway, thereafter, that goal should be reached. Sorry, that goal should be sought, reaching which they do not return again, with the attitude that I surrender to that Adi Purusha alone, comma, from whom the ancient process of creation has proceeded.
Guruji, this was continuation of the previous mantra also, right? We said last time.
Did you say put a parenthesis?
Yes, we said either we put an ellipsis and then continue here, or
Yeah.
we, I think we said that last time.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can put it that way also. Combine both shlokas into one sentence. All right. Next one. Sundariji. Nirmana moha jita sanga doshaha.
निर्माणमोहाजितसङ्गदोषाः
Adhyatmanitya vinivritta kamaha.
अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामाः
Dvandvairvimukta sukha dukkha sanyaihi.
द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ताः सुखदुःखसञ्जैः
Gacchantya-mūಢāः padamavyayam tad.
गच्छन्त्यमूढाः पदमव्ययं तत्
Nirmāna-moha-jita-sanga-doṣāः.
निर्माणमोहाजितसङ्गदोषाः
Adhyatmanitya-vinivritta-kāmāः.
अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामाः.
So it is not nirvritta-kāmāः, it is only nivritta-kāmāः. Vinivritta-kāmāः.
निवृत्तकामाः
Yeah. Dvandvair-vimukta sukha-dukkha-sanyaihi.
द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ताः सुखदुःखसञ्जैः
Gacchantya-mūఢāः padamavyayam tad.
गच्छन्त्यमूढाः पदमव्ययं तत्.
So far he talked about Vairagyam, Asanga Shastrena Dridena Chitva. Then he talked about Prapatti, Prapadye. Okay, Purusha Adyam, Purusham Prapadye, Prapatti. Then he talked about Parimarkitavyam, Brahma Vicharaha, number 3. Now he is going to introduce the values. Sadgunaha. What are those things that are essential to nourish this Brahma Vichara? Okay, this is the 4th one, right? Puja Swamiji says in one shloka, the entire Amanitwadi of the 13th chapter, Amanitvamadam Vittam, all that has been encapsulated. Like that, he makes an observation. And further values will be talked about in the 16th chapter also. Deva Sampratti, Devasura, Daivasura Sampratti, etc. Come. All right. Nirmana Mohaha. So all these are...
Jai Kumar ji, one correction. It says Nirmana, soft nakara, not Nirmana.
Nirmana Moha.
And Bhashyakara also says Manaha. Manaha.
It is mana apamana.
It is a nakara, not a nakara.
Yeah, so it is originally a nakara. Correct. Agreed. That we know. The question is there a sutra that converts a nakara to nakara? Okay. Let's look into it later. Okay.
Okay.
Nirmana. So that repa, whether it makes that like patram, patre, patrani becomes patrani. So whether that happens or not, we need to look into it. Okay. So we'll discuss it. But you're right. So mana is a meaning. That's the
But
point.
in the sloka also it is nirmana.
Yeah, I'm so
You read as nirmana.
yeah. So see, even here it says nirmana only, but I read it like that. I think
It
we have
looks
to
like
look
it's natvam.
uh,
Looks like natvam.
Natvam
yeah.
occurs.
So
Refa is there.
so,
Natvam.
so whether my thing was inadvertent or not, we'll see. Yeah. You also do your homework. All Sanskrit students who are teachers, that too. Do your homework and let me know. Okay. Nirmana moha. Okay. That's a good question. All right. So mana. Mana, that we know mana. Why do I say we know mana?
Amanitvam padam.
Amanitvam, yeah, exactly. Amanitvam, mana. So they will say, manam ilya unak. Mana means you don't have any shame. That's what there is a meaning. That is how our parents have scolded us. Mana means have any shame. So here, mana, what did we say? Amanitvam, there we talk. So mana is here demand for respect. For some legitimate accomplishments, legitimate qualifications, legitimate demand for respect. And so that is where the issue arises, demand for respect. So being good at something is a gift. If I think of it as a gift, then I will not demand respect. Swamiji will say, I remember still long ago, I heard him saying, respect should not be demanded, it should be commanded. Commanded means the behavior should be such that you cannot but be appreciated for who you are. Okay? That's how it should be. And so here he's saying that nirmana is same as amanitvam, that give up this demand for respect. Okay, everybody is good at something or the other. And if the guy is not good, at least he will claim, that's why he wants to become a father, a husband and father. So at least I'm a husband, and so you must respect me, right? And she has a right to say, earn some money and then I'll respect you. What did you accomplish in 5 years? You please tell me. I've been working hard. And like that, she should respond. A smart wife should respond. But so this mana is basically that. Nirmana means that attitude. Develop the attitude where I no longer demand respect. Okay, it's because demand for respect comes from a damaged self-esteem. If my self-esteem is not good, then I will expect that approval. Yesterday in our class, we had a discussion on the self-approval, and it was a discussion where somebody said seeking approval from others is not a good thing, and then somebody else made a counterpoint, and she came up and said, "Wait a minute, this guy who is lazy, he is absolutely incorrigible, and he's a couch potato." And he doesn't care a word about others. He doesn't seek also approval from others. How can that be accepted? Good counter. So, yeah, that also appears like that. But here, that you have to have both sensitivity. You can't go to work for somebody else, and then you say, "I won't seek approval from them." You have to seek approval. It means you have a boss, and the boss is there. And so there is you have to. What we do must be acceptable to the superiors in a company. So there, obviously, approval seeking, that approval to whether this is what I'm doing, whether you are happy with what I'm doing. And there is a time when they will never approve us. They will withhold approval. That's it, over. And then you're constantly seeking. It won't happen. Then at that point, you have to rise up and say, wait a minute, I've done my job. I've done my job. If you don't approve it, that's your problem. That's your problem. Okay. And so, anyway, damaged self-esteem can create this manitvam. And so, and Swamiji says, the best way to doing namaskara to others. Doing namaskara to others, it seems. The ahankara will get sublated. Just because you're older than me, I can do namaskara to you. That's it. Even not older. Acharyas, gurus and all, many times they are not older than us. And so we will do namaskara. And so that attitude automatically eliminates this manitra. And so I was thinking, mana, the way to neutralize mana is nama. Nama. Okay. And so that's one thing. And remind ourselves that there are people out there who are better than us in every aspect. And so there's no need to feel proud. And then, of course, we saw this Vibhuti Yoga, where everything is an amsha of Ishvara. Everything is an amsha. And so all these things are useful for us. Keep in mind to become a amani, be an amani. Then in the same word, you have moha also. Moha. We should not say, like Swamiji says, tells a joke. You shouldn't say first value is nirmana and then the other value is moha. Not like that. What is it then? That's how it is. You split the word into two. Mana is discussed, nirmana discussed, then moha is the next value, correct? Yes or no?
It's common for both, I guess, here.
Yes.
Nirmana.
Nirmoha.
And moha, nir goes for both.
Nir is a prefix that should go with both. All right. So that means, how did that happen? So mana and moha first you have to join together. Manancha mohascha mana mohau. Mana mohau. Sanskrit students, I think, follow. Mana mohau. I think all of you follow because au and all comes. Jewel, I think all of you know this by now. So, mana mohau. Then nirgatau mana mohau yasmat. Nirgatau means that the person from whom mana and moha are gone. That ni stands for nirgatam, gone, disappeared, without any trace. That such a person is called nirmana moha. And here all these words are plural. Nirmana moha, jitasanga doshaha, adhyatma nityaha, vinivritta kamaha. Why it's all plural? Because it's there is a verb gachanti in the fourth quarter of the shloka. Gachanti, amudaha, like that. Gachanti means they go. They. So everything is describing those people, those kinds of people. So they are called nirmana moha. Moha means what? Often translated as delusion. Well, delusion means what? What is define delusion for me? If somebody says, then misplaced values. Misplaced values means giving something more importance than it should be given, or less importance than it should be. It comes only with a lot of proper, role modeling and all that. That's why parenting and all very important.
Someone says black market value.
And so for example, money is there. Money is there. Money can buy. Only nothing can buy like money. That's correct. That's a correct statement. But money will solve all my problems. Okay? That's called Shobhanadhyasa. Shobhanadhyasa means giving money a value that it does not have. Does not have. Okay? That's called Shobhanadhyasa. Then what about money? Money is the source of all sorrow in this world. There are people who talk like this. And that's what Swamiji says. If somebody talks like this, you bring him to me, ask him to give me the money. I need a lot of money. Yeah, I need a lot. I've been campaigning and people are not giving donations. If somebody like this is there, bring him to me. Okay. So, okay, he's doing thousands of projects and he needs money. And so he used to say that. So one is that is called Ashobanadyas. One is called Shobanadyasa. It solves all my problems. Money is the source of all problems. That is another problem. So both extremes. People love to go to extremes. Hey, money has a value. Understand the value of money exactly as it is. That's it. That's called. So absence of that value is called moha, and complete objectivity is called nirmoha. Complete objective. Use things, understand things and understand their limitations. Understand the benefits and limitations properly. And so that is called nirmoha. And so nirmana mohaha. Then jita sanga doshaha. These are all referring to people, okay? Referring to people. People with those kinds of qualities. Okay. All right. Sanga doshaha. Sanga doshaha. Sanga. Sangatvam. Asanga Shastrena, already he mentioned. So it's the same thing here also. And so of course, our Shastram is full of all the time Raga, Dvesha, Raga, Sanga, all these things come. And so we don't know that we are attached to things until the thing departs from us. We don't know that how attached we are to our children and family and spouse, etc., until they are not there. Okay, they say empty nest. When the children go to college, that's it, they leave. For months at stretch, they are not there at home. For the first time, the parents feel the void at home. Okay, and so, so that's what. Until that thing that is there in our life is not there, we won't know that we have the sangha. So Shastram is pointing it out to us, saying that start thinking about these things. And so Vivikta Desha Seviktvam. We saw some values there. Vivikta Desha Seviktvam. Hey, love for quietude. That is what a quiet place. A retreat to a quiet place where you are by yourself. It will give you a great opportunity to understand how much sangha I have towards people. I miss her, I miss him, I miss this, that, so many things. So that Vivikta Desha Seviktvam. Then asaktihi anabhishwangaha putra dara grihadishu. How do I know? Only when the son leaves home, only I know. Then only son and daughter, how much I'm attached. He doesn't call for a week, then my thoughts are all there. So these are opportunities for us to just think through all this. All right. So Jita Sangha Dosha, he calls it as a dosha. So all our vratas, Swami mentioned some of these vratas are all there. That is very important. These are all opportunities. Like Sabarimala Vrata and Navaratri. Navaratri is a vrata. For many women, they treat it as vrata. Vrata means during this time, there are certain things I will not live without the things that you love. Okay. Sabarimala means the 2 months, 2.5 months is they're literally doing a penance. And as a group, it's easier to do penance. By yourself, it is difficult. They have to give up smoking, drinking, all these things they have to give up. Give up for 2 full months. Great. Fantastic. I love that kind of a culture. And so it helps people. They're supposed to. Then at the end of it, the guy will say, not bad. I've not smoked for 2 months. Oh, maybe I don't need to smoke. Yeah. If he has the right company and then right advice, then he will give up smoking. There is no need for all this Nicorette and all these things. Expensive chewing gum is not needed for this guy. All right. So Jita Sangha Dosha, they are people who have Jita. Swamiji says Jita indicates some kind of a fight, and then you become victorious. Jita, Jit Gaya, And so yeah, this is not some kind of a physical fight. It's a cognitive victory based on Viveka and Vairagyam, etc. So cognitively, one has to win over this because there is no physical attachment to anything at all. All right. Vinivritta kamaha. Again, binding desires, kamaha. All related. These are all like noodles, right? Like amanitwadi, everything is like noodles. How you say? You pull, and then you don't know where it's all. Somewhere else it will come out. So it's all connected. Everything is connected. So vinivritta kama. So they're trying to tell us the same thing in using different words. Maybe something will click, That's what he thinks. All right. Kamaha. Nivritta kamaha. The one from whom all binding desires are gone. That is called a nivritta kamaha. Nivritta kamaha. And Swamiji says, see, when we give up something, then our mind always thinks of it. I didn't eat that or something. Suppose you went to a party. Somebody they offered all the rasgulla and this. No, I don't eat all that. I don't know. No, that's fine. This is enough. Then you come back home. I wish I had 2 more rasgullas. I wish. This I wish is called hankering. Hankering. I wish. Everybody else was enjoyed and gone. Here, this fellow is thinking about that party. Not even party. Those 2 rasgullas. This white colored rasgullas. Okay. And so I wish I had 2 more. So this I wish. And Swamiji says that we in front of the Nivritta Kama is that thing. The one for whom the hankering, that whatever you call it, that pining is not there. That pining also is gone. That kind of a person is a Vinivritta Kama. So behavior wise also given up and emotionally also given up. So dropped off, naturally dropped off all these things. Initially, little difficult. One deliberation is needed initially. Deliberation. You have to deliberately say no. And afterwards, it becomes natural. Then, Adhyatma Nityaha. Adhyatma Nityaha. Suddenly, my mind is going somewhere. Adhyatma Nityaha. Where does it go?
Atma Yoga
Ah.
Sangatvam.
What is it? Say that again. Yeah.
No, Adhyatma Gnana Nityatvam in 12th.
Nityancha samachittatvam ishtaništopapattishu. No. Nityam cha samachittatvam. Then asaktirana vishwangaha. Viviktadesha seviktvam. Aratirjana samthadi. Adhyatmajnana nityatvam.
Gnanartha darshanam.
Jnanartha darshanam. Adhyatmajnana nityatvam. The word adhyatma and nitya both are there in this one. Correct? 13th shloka. Adhyatma jnana nityatvam. So that means the commitment is now towards, I'm now so clear that the commitment is shifting towards this Brahma Vidya, Brahma Vichara, Adhyatma Nitya. So the person who is focused on Atma, focused on the pursuit of Atma, Brahma, Adhyatma, Adi means focused on, grounded in the pursuit of Atma, based that the person's life is now based on on Atma itself. Atma is wherever he turns around, he or she is involved in Brahma Vichara. Okay, like anybody, anything you want to accomplish, you have to be focused. A person who is starting a business, they say startup, business startup. It sounds like a small word, but you should see the life of people who are starting up companies. They are constantly only thinking about the company, and they have to do all jobs. You can't wait to hire the right people and all. There is no money to hire the right people. You are that person. You are the treasurer. You are the strategist. You are the CEO. You are everything. You have to do everything. So that person is a Vaishya Nityaha. Okay, Vaishya Nityaha, because you have to succeed. You have to do something until it has to take some shape, until it can stand on its own. So Vaishya Nityaha. So like this, suppose somebody has decided, the couple has decided to buy a house. That's it. Every day they'll be only talking about that, thinking about that. Every newspaper, they're only looking for that part of the newspaper. All news is all gone. Only those advertisements. They are called Griha Nityaha. Grihanveshana Nityaha. They are only in search of a house. Which neighborhood, what type of house you want. That kind of stuff. So like that here. Adhyatma Nityaha. And so systematic study. Systematic. See, focus is not difficult. Focus is not at all difficult. Swami gives an example. Even a love-lorn person is so focused. Means a person who is only thinking of the other person, the lover. So he's always thinking of her, she's always thinking of him. Focus only, full 100% focus, correct? So focus is not new or difficult for us. We were good at it. And so the question is, what are you focused on? So again, Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasam can be brought in here. All right, we'll continue this discussion. Om Apadamapahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham. Om Apadamapahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham. Om Apadamapahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. So before you leave, Satsang, you are welcome to continue the discussion.